Sister Fahima, can you speak to him, please?
Yeah,
and
no,
tell him,
absolutely. I'm waiting for this
Yeah,
because
yeah,
a lot of you
yeah.
guys have been really, really calm
You listen
and
to her.
very. I want to talk about the reality because I deal with hundreds of families across the globe and from different backgrounds. And it does stem from the South Asian background where there are a lot of problems when they do live with their in-laws. And they are very unfairly unjust to the daughter-in-laws in particular. And most of the time, it is the women that moves in with the in-laws. So I've had
So what
first-hand.
capacity do they come to you? Like counselor or?
Yes.
Okay, as a counselor, yeah?
Yes.
So it,
Coaching.
yeah, so it makes sense that people with issues will go to a counselor.
But
And
I
in-
also get recommendation from the scholars because they've had divorces and they've had issues. They go to the scholar, they can't sort it out, and then the scholar comes to me to sort of say, go and deal with, see Fahima for the actual reconciliation or the issues that, has been dissolved in the marriage and how to go afterwards. And most of it comes from the fact that if they've lived with their in-laws, it has really caused a lot of problems from day one. And they do not have that sense of deen and taking on that daughter-in-law as their own daughter, unfortunately, in Muslim homes, because it is more cultural than it is in those sort of particular backgrounds, which I have first-hand experience of listening to, that it's more about the culture than it is the religion.
yeah, so like I said, I mean, I already talked about the
And it is in the UK and the Western world as well, not just from the villages that you're talking about.
Right.
It's happening currently.
Right. So now the question arises that how is it happening in the UK? So the people that have actually come and that have migrated, the people that have migrated, they've migrated because generally speaking, they have actually not been financially well off there. So it's these same individuals with these same practices that have now migrated, that have come here. Just because
I don't think it's financial. I think it's more mindset.
No. Statistically speaking, the people that have migrated to the UK that are from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh are those that were actually not well off over there. They've come here for a better life.
And they've got a better life and they're still living the old life.
Yeah, but that's besides the point. The point is that it's disadvantaged people that have come, and over there when they were disadvantaged, this culture was prevalent. So they've somehow imported that culture here, and they are doing that, and slowly they are now becoming aware that it's actually not really needed. Yeah, it's actually counterproductive. But to deny or to say that it's there's no real background, there is a background, and the background comes from people at that time that it was actually not feasible for them to be buying loads of plots of land and separating and scattering the family. Now, the way things are happening over there, and I've seen it myself, it is the fact that they are now doing that because they are able to. It's more easier to buy land, it's more easier to build, and that's why the kind of perceptions and views are now changing.
I don't know where it's changing because a lot of the time, again, it's not just about the finance. They just expect their sons to be living in the house with them and bring the daughter-in-law in there.
It's changing. I mean, I go there and I'm kind of well acquainted with the people that are there as well. No, you don't have to stop straight away.
Yeah, you can just finish your sentence. Yeah, finish your sentence.
Yeah. So I lost my train of thought.
You said you went to Pakistan and you've seen it.
Yeah. So you're saying where? I mean, from the people that are there, from observing it myself, from going to villages and seeing people kind of separating their families, because it actually doesn't work. Like when there's an imperative and you're realizing that it actually, that you can't move out, it's not actually financially possible. You've been colonized, so you have to kind of make do. Then you do. It's like in war, and you're given rationed food. However, after war finishes, then it's not practical to carry that rationing mentality on when you can change that behavior. So it's the same case now when people are now coming and when people are seeing that, like you said, cases are coming to you, and that's why it's not working out. Why? Because that moment or that time that we were colonized, that we had an imperative to kind of survive in that time, it's no longer needed now, and that's why there has become a shift.
The older generation still feels that way.
It does, but the youngsters, like the sister has said as well, they've made it clear in their expectation that they don't. Yeah, they don't want to do that.
Okay.